morning, y'all. It's your girl Naya, and I'm back again with another video. I really don't know what the title of this video is going to be, honestly. Like, I don't know what I have in mind for this video, but if you're new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell so you'll get alerted anytime that I post. If you're not new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video, and thank you for being a subscriber, period. But yeah, y'all, like, I feel like this is about to be a very vulnerable moment with y'all because I don't really have too many of these with y'all. So let me set the camera up. So this morning I woke up. Well, first of all, let's start by last night. Last night was just a very, I don't know, it was very weird. Like, I had something on my spirit that I can't really differentiate between. I don't know if I was supposed to do it or if I chose to do it out of my own free will. I don't know for y'all, but like for those of y'all like who are actually like close to God and like, have a relationship with God and actually speak to God about the things that y'all want to do or the things that He wants y'all to do. Because I mean, let's all be honest. Like, we all here for a purpose. God has placed all of us here for a reason, and we're supposed to be working on that thing that He placed us on earth to do, right? So like, I don't know, I just feel something heavy in my spirit and I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, I don't know whether to be sad. I just woke up in a not so good mood. Like, I don't know, and I don't want to feel like this. I don't like it. I don't like feeling sad. I don't like feeling down. I woke up in a funk today. I don't know if I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I know exactly what's wrong, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my God, this is what's wrong, because this is YouTube and people do be preying on your downfall. So I'm not even gonna speak on it. But in today's video, I kind of wanted to make this video about me appreciating myself and taking myself out of the funk, and also releasing the things that I cannot control, because that's one thing that I do struggle with. Like, I try to have everything under control at all times, and not realizing that in order to have faith in God, you have to put 100% trust in Him to always make a way, even when you see that there's no way. And that's really hard for me. Like, releasing 100% of control is like scary. Like, it's really, really scary. That's like one of the hardest things to do as a Christian, is like fully surrendering to God and putting 100% of your trust in His plans and promises for you. And it's like, I've heard God speak to me about the things that He wants for me, the things that He's promised me, and it's like, okay, be patient. Like, wait on God. And something to me be like, okay, I want to do it, I want it now. I always want instant gratification, and it does not work like that. Like, when God for you, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be something that you got to continuously pray for, work for, because if He just gives it to you, or if you just go out there, if He allows you to just go out there and get it, it's not going to last. God builds us up and set us up for things that will last forever. Like, He's not going to give you something that's going to be here today and gone tomorrow. So that's one thing that I'm still learning, y'all. I'm going to talk about this some more later in the video. I just kind of want to start the video off by being transparent and having a vulnerable moment with y'all, because I don't really do that too often. I kind of just get on here and vlog my daily life, or, you know, like, I want to start doing this more, speaking to y'all about God, because that's something that I really do hold close to my heart, and it's been a very long healing journey for me. And the self-awareness journey, it's all in one. Self-love, self-awareness, learning how to love again after being hurt multiple times, learning how to trust again after being lied to, manipulated, gaslighted multiple times. Like, it's hard out here. Like, in a world full of people who don't want to love, who want to be toxic, who's constantly, it's actually hard to be a good person out here. It's harder to be a good person than it is to be a bad person. And that's why so many people are influenced by toxicity. No one wants to be in committed relationships anymore. Nobody wants to be good friends anymore. Everybody's just looking out for themselves, basically. It's more bad people out here than good. And I don't want to say bad, but I mean like lost souls. It's more lost souls out here than people who know their purpose in God. Not just out here doing what they want to do, but know what God sent them on this earth to do. Like, know their purpose and know what God has called them to do. So I just pray for clarity, wisdom, and knowledge as of right now. I don't really know what's next for me, and I don't want to keep focusing on the things that I can't control, because honestly, like, I can't change the situation. God is the only person who could do that. Like, honestly, I just sit here all day and talk to God and myself. Like literally that's what we do every day. I just really needed to vent and get that out because I really don't be having nobody to talk to about certain things. And even though I can't tell y'all exactly what it is that's going on inside of me right now, it's just, it feels good to actually say it out loud, you know. But as of right now, it is 9:29. I'm getting ready to head to Home Depot to get a plant or find some flowers or something for myself to make me feel better, honestly. Yeah, I kind of want to get out the habit of constantly wanting to spend money whenever I'm sad or something like that. But honestly, like, I'm going to buy myself some flowers today or a plant or something, because why wait on somebody else to do that when I can do that for myself? Like, I can do that for myself. I don't need a man. Why would I sit here and wait on a man to buy me flowers when I can just do that myself? Like, you know what I mean? I'm in a time right now where I'm gonna give myself what I expect in a relationship. Like, if I expect a man to be buying me flowers, or not even expect, but if I want a man to buy me flowers, I'm gonna get that for myself first. Like, why would I expect something from somebody else that I can't even provide for myself? Why would I expect somebody else to give me a love that I can't even provide for myself? That's why they always say self-love is the best love, because if you can't give it to yourself, why would you expect anybody else to be able to give it to you? Or how can you show somebody else what you expect when you don't even know what to expect from yourself? You don't even know how to give that to yourself. You can't teach anybody anything that you don't even know yourself. So that's what I'm doing today. I don't even know. Y'all, look at all these birds in the sky. And y'all, one thing about me, I'm a very, very, very observant person. Hold on, let me see if y'all can see that. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Did y'all see all them birds in the sky? Okay, like I was saying, one thing about me, if y'all haven't noticed by now, or I probably have never told y'all this because y'all don't really know me in person, but like, I am a very observant type of person. Like, I really do pay attention to the things that God be showing me. Like, when God tries to speak to me, he speaks to me through multiple ways. Like, sometimes God will speak to me through dreams. Sometimes God will speak to me through songs. Sometimes God will speak through me through, like, maybe I'll see like a post or something that correlates to something that God has spoken to me about already, and that'll be like a confirmation. And then it's just certain little other things that it's certain other things that God does when he tries to speak to me, but I kind of keep that to myself, because y'all, as y'all know, as well as God, really well, as well as God can speak to you, the devil can also speak to you. Like, just as well as anytime that I feel like I'm hearing God speak to me about something or a particular situation, or just speaking to me in general, I always ask God to follow up with a confirmation. And it's always a specific confirmation that I ask God to show me. Like, it's not just gonna be the same thing every time, because sometimes you can't let the enemy know your next move, basically. Like, you always gotta come correct. Like, you always gotta come, like, you can't keep coming the same way when you ask for confirmation and stuff, if that makes sense. But y'all, I'm gonna get off here. Okay, y'all, so I finally got my plant, and when I tell y'all, it's so freaking hot out here, but I had a good time picking up my plant, y'all. So while I was in there, 3 different strangers spoke to me this morning. It made me feel better. Like, I don't know, God just really be sending like random people to talk to me, especially like when I be at work. Everybody that I spoke to was just like super sweet and super nice, so that's good. It kind of made me feel better about today. I got my plant right there sitting in the back seat, buckled up. My crazy self forgot to get a freaking I forgot to get a dang on bag, so now I'm gonna have to go home, take this plant home. And I feel like I should replant it. I don't know, I want to put new soil in it because I hate the soil that they put in there. It attracts bugs and stuff. I don't like that. A little bit. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. Like, I know I need to eat. Like, my body knows I need to eat, but like, I really don't have an appetite. But I'm gonna force myself to eat. But today is all about releasing the things that we can't control, giving it all to God, letting God handle situations, because ultimately we can't do anything without God. Like, everything is in God's hands. Everything is for our lives are already written out. So basically we just living it out for real. Like, he already got all of this situated. All the stuff that we be worrying about is already, God has already handled the situation. So that's my mindset for today and moving forward. Just gotta keep reminding myself it's not gonna be something that changes overnight, so I gotta keep working at it, and it's gonna be a process, but I'm willing to give it to God. And you know, oh my gosh, y'all, look at my hair. I gotta fix this. That looks a mess. So yeah, I'm gonna get back on her in a minute. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I just had like a really emotional moment. Wow. I just had like a really emotional moment with God. Like, I just had a very, very vulnerable moment. I just took my glasses off because I'm over crying while I was journaling. I didn't even eat breakfast yet, but sometimes it really do be like that. Like, when you actually really care about something, or you really trust in God for something, and it just be hard. So I'm gonna read to y'all my journal entry that I just wrote, because I feel like somebody else could probably use this. I don't know what God uses me for right now, but maybe somebody else can use this journal entry for something that they're going through. This is August 5th, 2022 at 10:31 a.m. Said, God, I'm going to be very transparent with you right now. Last night was a lot for me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. My feelings were everywhere, and it got to the point where I felt resentment in my heart. I felt angry. I was upset. When I woke up this morning, it made me upset to think about this situation all over again. My spirit was let down. But God, I realized something. A long time ago, I decided to surrender control. I released this situation all to you. I can't control this, only you. I don't know if I did something to make you angry at me, God, or if it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with this situation. If it's me, I'm sorry, and I ask that you please forgive me. I can't keep running in circles over and over. At some point, I have to let it go. For my own mental sanity, I have to release this situation 100%. Thinking about the situation constantly is not good for me. It's benefiting my purpose to keep dwelling on the past. Yes, I really do care, but God, I want to be done with this situation so bad. I want to be free. I want my heart to be healed. God, I want to feel love. I want to know how love feels with no strings attached. But I'm hurting right now. I'm really trying to continue trusting you for this promise. I want to trust you so bad despite the things I cannot see. But it's so hard. The doubt and the fear is so heavy. Please help me. I constantly battle with this, and I'm ready for this storm to just be over, Lord. I just want to finally receive the love I give to others without asking. I crave love right now. I wish I didn't sometimes, because love seems to make you insane. It will have you confused. It will leave you broken. It will leave you feeling incomplete. It will have you thinking so inadequately about yourself. But despite all of this, I still crave love. God, your word says you are love, and you want us to love. So if you are love, your word also says love can also cover a multitude of sins. Love can heal people. Love can teach people. Love can change people. So I choose love. I choose to live your way and not culture's way, Lord. And sometimes that is hard, but I want whatever you have for me, Lord. Give me comfort, guidance, wisdom, and knowledge in this season. I trust your plan for me. I believe in your promises for my life, despite what I see in the physical. I know you are working. I trust you, Lord. Your word tells us to walk by faith and not by sight. So I'm willing to be patient and release control over any and every situation, because you will never leave or forsake me, God. In Jesus' name, amen. I don't know who could use that right now. I don't know if anybody else is going through something similar to me. but I felt like God told me to record that, and I probably could use that for somebody. Y'all, it's literally so hard sometimes to walk by faith and not by sight. Like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Like, putting 100% your trust in God, having faith, walking by faith and not by sight is like the hardest thing ever, because you're constantly trusting on something, trusting God to do something that you can't see, despite everything that could literally be going wrong in your life. No, God does give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. So whatever I'm going through right now, I'm only gonna come out greater. Whatever I'm going through right now, God is doing something. He's building me. He's making me stronger for whatever he has prepared for me. So I'm just gonna trust in him and trust that everything is gonna be okay, like Marvin Sapp said. So I just feel like I should come on here. I never did this ever in my life, recording myself while I'm crying. Like, this is the most vulnerable moment I have ever had on YouTube. Like, this is the most vulnerable moment I've had in a long time. I've been cried in a long time, y'all, but like, I feel so emotional today. Like, I told y'all in the beginning, when I woke up this morning and last night, I was not in the right place mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. But I'm so glad that I have a journal and I'm able to actually have a relationship with God. Like, I'm telling y'all, without God, I really don't know where I would be right now. Like, if I wasn't able to speak to God, like how I speak to him, I don't know where I would be. I don't know what I would be doing. I'm gonna go actually eat breakfast this time. I don't know what happened, but like, I was about to make breakfast and something just came over me, and I got my journal and start writing, and then all the tears just start flowing. I definitely needed that cry. Sometimes it's good to feel emotions. It's not always good to keep suppressing your emotions over and over and over until you just finally, sometimes you need to allow yourself to feel the emotion that you're feeling and actually be able to comprehend what it is that you're feeling and why you feel that way, and give it to God at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm titling this video releasing the things I can't control, because honestly, the things we go through majority of the time we can't control. But most of the time it's out of our hand. And the things you can control, you can't control. You know the things that you can't control, and you know the things that you can't control. It's different for everybody. But at the end of the day, whatever you're going through, I don't know if anybody or any of my subscribers or anybody watching this, if you are seeing this video, like, if you, whatever you're going through, give it to God. Or whoever you don't have a relationship with God, just pray. You don't even have to pray to anybody, but just pray. Write it down on a piece of paper, whatever it is that you're going through. Be vulnerable, be transparent, be honest. At the end of the day, you're never going to heal unless you be honest and acknowledge what it is that you're feeling. And that's very important for growth. It don't matter how old you are. I'm only 20 years old and I'm learning all of this at a young age. And I'm happy that God is teaching me this at a young age, because I want to be healed. I want to have my heart in the right place before I do get married and before I do have kids and raise children. So that's very important. Like, y'all gotta realize we are not of this world. We only live in it. We live in this world, but we are not of this. That's why I always have this little saying, what is it? I want to live the kingdom way, not the culture way. I want to live the life that God has for me and not the life that other people have chosen for me. You know, as we were younger, we were programmed to believe all these different stuff about relationships and all this different stuff about love and marriage and children, and nobody wants love anymore, and being toxic and having multiple partners. Like, no, that's not what God wants for you. That's not what God has for you. That's not what God written in the book for us. Like, that's just not what God has for us. And maybe that's what some of y'all feel like that's for y'all. Kudos to y'all, but that's not what God has. That's not what God has for me. Point blank, period. You'll only know what God has for you unless you ask. You won't know unless you ask. You gotta knock on the door. Seek and you shall find. So you have to ask God. You have to talk to God. You have to meditate to him. Like, let your presence be known to him. You need God. I don't know who needed to hear that, but you need God. You can't do this without him. You can't do this by yourself. I do feel a little bit better though now that I just had that vulnerable moment and transparency moment with God. Peace out, y'all. Okay, y'all, so the quality probably is going to change because I'm on my phone and I'm trying to get the other video to my iPad. But y'all, this is my new baby. I purchased her today from Home Depot. Y'all seen it. and her name is Essence. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So I went ahead and put some new soil at the top. I didn't do the whole thing, just last time I did that, I ended up ruining my plant. So this time, hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't overwater it. So I'm just watering it, I think like once or twice a week at the most. And I'm leaving it in the house because it's a house plant, so I love it. I'm gonna get back on here later though. I guess I'll just pick up the camera. I got work at 2:30, so I'll get back on here a little bit later.